Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Spencer TCG here. We are going to be going over round one of a 48-person tournament that my local store hosted on May the 4th. It was 5 rounds cut to top 8, and the winner got a case of Star Wars Unlimited, a super cool event, and I wanted to do some quote-unquote live commentary for the game. So I've actually never watched this game. I have nothing planned. I'm just going to enjoy it for the first time with you guys and just talk about my thoughts about what's going on in the game. I was also not standing here with the camera set up. I was playing as well in the tournament with my own deck. So, hopefully we get to see all the card images with clear visibility as I was not here to check it out. All right, but without further ado, let's just get into the game. So we have Krennic versus Sabine. I would think that Krennic is favored in this matchup, considering his leader says Restore 2 and only comes out 1 turn slower than the Sabine. They're both playing green, though, so they both can ramp into their leader. So we'll have to see what happens. Oh, and we get an Alliance Dispatcher. That's really interesting. I haven't really seen that card played too much in Sabine, but I can see how it could be pretty potent. If you get to go first, you're playing a 4-drop. Oh, and right there you see it. The K2SO. So a turn 2 K2SO in Sabine. That sounds pretty brutal, actually. It does suck that the Alliance Dispatcher, though, just kind of dies for free since he has such poor stats. So we'll have to see if the Sabine player tries to keep it alive somehow using maybe the lab or just go straight into his 4/4 Robot of Death. The one problem, too, with the Alliance Dispatcher, if your opponent commits to the ground, is you don't get to do a ping with Sabine. So you actually lose a damage right there because you need to take initiative to use the Alliance Dispatcher. So there are a bunch of negatives that go with the Dispatcher. Besides just dying, you are losing damage. Also, that card is not attacking your opponent's face, right? And as you saw, it just got easily traded. Now we get to use Sabine ability, but, that could be bad because I actually think our robot could have got a good trade on this unit, dealing 3 damage and killing it. We'll see what he ends up doing. It looks like he's playing a super laser, though. I kind of saw that in the side of his hand. The Alliance Dispatcher was a really cool tempo play, but Krennic only taking 1 this game. And now is... Yeah, and as you see, the Viper Droid, I kind of forgot that Krennic made him bigger. So he's actually a 4/1 and actually just trades right back with the robot. This is actually pretty bad for the Sabine player. Can't forget that Krennic +1, and it's pretty relevant here. Okay, so he just summons his leader right away. Because the droid is a 4/1. Oh, he takes down too. A lot of interesting stuff just happened there. I'm going to pause before just because I feel like they're going so fast. But I actually think I would have attacked with the droid into the robot just because it seems so free. Right? And then I could have just taken down the Sabine afterwards. This being a 4/1, just trading right away seems really good. I guess I can maybe see the point of waiting, but maybe not because this guy has Overwhelm, which is trample. The damage is going to go through. So I definitely would have sequenced it the other way. But I can see the reasoning behind doing the takedown first. I probably just wouldn't have summoned Sabine, let's be honest. I would have got value with the robot. But either way, maybe our guy was getting takedown. Man, this is brutal, though, for the Sabine. Hopefully they have a good 4-drop here. Oh, Rebel Assault. Oof. So he gets +1 on his robot. We're probably going into maybe just face. Oh, interesting. He went into the Viper Droid, but did not kill his robot. Oops. That's okay, guys. I did forget for a second, too, that it does that. Honestly, I just would have attacked the super laser tech, and then the droid would have traded in. So maybe the end result is nothing different anyway, so that's fine. And now we get Krennic, and he's attacking, and we're restoring 2. So we've only taken 6 to our base. As the Krennic player, I'd feel amazing about this situation. It does seem like a good matchup for Krennic. I mean, he has to have some good matchups, right? I feel like he is falling behind in the control game. And does okay in mid-range, but, I think the real deck that he picks on should be Sabine. Yeah, Krennic's already at 6 resources, so you can tell that I feel like as the Krennic I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I probably get to Vader next turn. Still got lots of life left on base, so he's taking 7, so he has 18 damage left. Still has his leader though. Yeah, this is just not looking good right now. An Echo base defender, okay. Man, another removal. It's gonna be hard for the Sabine if he just guys keeps getting removed because Krennic healing 2 every turn. Oh, and then we get a cell block guard. Sorry, it's a little bit off the camera, guys. Later in the day, I was able to kind of direct them before I left with where to put their stuff up. All right, so I mean, if I was a Sabine, I'm probably scooping here unless I have some cool tech in my deck. Like if I'm playing some 7-drop cards like U-Wing. I mean, he has the Gorilla Attack Pod. I think it's named, which is sometimes good, but only 5 damage is the most right now in someone's base, so it's not doing too much. The awkward silence is near. No. What you got cooking, my man? You're at 6. He's ECLing, all right. And what do we got? I'd say that's a pretty good play because this card has grit, so he gets to kill that guy's Sentinel, and he has a really big body. You know, so it does kill Krennic if Krennic wants to trade, and doesn't die, which is pretty cool. But again, you know, the Krennic is on 7, so if he has the Vader, or I mean, he really could have anything. I do see a Vader in there. Could have Overwhelming Barrage. There are a lot of good plays he could do. It looks like he has them both in his hand, so he's probably debating which one to do here. I would Vader, by the way, guys, because it just plays on curve. I know it feels bad for your Vader to die right away, but don't think about it like that. You're trading into a 6-drop, and you're getting a 3-drop body. Don't worry about your Vader here. I think Overwhelming Barrage is a little bit more versatile, especially into an aggro deck. But he does go for the Overwhelming Barrage, which I think is a totally respectable play. You just got to think of like your end board state for this turn. So with the Vader play, he would still have his Krennic at full HP, and he would have a 3-cost unit. So at the end of the turn, your board is just a little bit cleaner, in my opinion. So that's why I would play the Vader, even though it does die. It's more immediate value. Oh yeah, I guess that side of the die means 6. So he's taking 11, and Krennic's only taking 4. Again, feeling really good. If your leader can just stick around forever, the Restore 2 is really, really just brutal for our opponent. Now, guys, I was thinking about splitting this up into 2 videos, or, you know, we can just do one long one, I guess. Just you and me together, along for the ride. All right, what's he got cooking up? Okay, so he does have a U-Wing. So the Sabine player does play some late game cards, which is pretty nice. I like how he's drawing them one at a time. That is the most, that's pretty cool. It's like, oh, draw, draw, draw. We see a Yu-Gi-Oh player in our midst. It's hard to see what he grabbed, so we'll just have to learn together. But yeah, so he does have some late game stuff, which is nice with the Sabine player. He's not totally out of it yet. His opponent, they both have 3 cards in hand. So depending on when he gets off this U-Wing, maybe there's some comeback potential for the Sabine. But he really, really needs to deal with that Krennic. I'm not exactly sure some good cards you can get off Sabine here. Anything that doesn't die to 2 attack, I think. And you can even imagine this scenario where he still has Overwhelming Barrage from the last turn, right? So he played Vader, Vader dies, he still has Overwhelming Barrage. If his 3-drop, you know, had 3 or 4 attack, Overwhelming Barrage could do 5 or 6 here, which actually could maybe deal with both U-Wing units depending on what he gets. So, and you'd still have 3 resources left for some shenanigans. Because the cards also come at tapped, you can also like attack one and make your own units get buffed with Krennic and then Overwhelming Barrage. Well, let's see what he would end up cooking. So we got Alliance X-Wing, a Sabine Wren, and an Alliance Dispatcher. All right. He might be baited into attacking the Alliance Dispatcher here. I wouldn't be too worried about it, though, because their opponent's already at so many resources on Sabine. So we're probably just Vadering into Sabine. He'll probably look what he got first. Yeah, but it is not looking good right now for the Sabine player. Ooh, we got some nice choices here. I mean, yeah, I'm just looking at the Death Trooper, really. That's a clean sweep. You know, I'd actually consider doing 2 damage to my Krennic here, just to swing a little bit harder. I wonder what he ends up choosing. Probably just his Death Trooper, but I don't mind going into Krennic. More damage now, end the game sooner. But you guys can see, like, on this line, like, he gets to keep his Vader, so it does look, like, pretty powerful. I'm just, like, more thinking about, like, maintaining a big of a board if I can every single turn. Vader just happened to be a good answer to what the Sabine player did on turn 7. Well, his opponent's only taken 2. Sorry, Sabine. This one is just not your game. I really do think this is a bad matchup, though, for you, Sabine, so not necessarily your fault. I think we could have played a little bit cleaner in the mid game, just to avoid some things. You know, maybe instead of being worried about takedown early game, he was worried about power of the dark side, which could be like why he summoned his leader. But, you know, he still got super punished. Okay, so he's taken 4 with the Fleet Lieutenant play. I think his opponent is counting how much damage. So right now he has 4, 10, 12 damage on board. And his opponent's taking 11, 13. Oh, well. Those are some good numbers. Let's see if the game ends now. He looks like he's cooking with the Traitors in hand. So going 4 to the face. Paying 3 for an Echo base defender. So he's trying to hold out as long as he can. We will not skip to the end, though, guys, because we got to pay these guys respect. Oh, now we have the Overwhelming Barrage. He drew another copy. And look at that. He's doing 1 damage to his Krennic, I think, to push a little bit harder. So that was pretty smart of him. Okay, our opponent is Metal Ceremony. Oh, did he not do 1 damage to his own Krennic? I thought he did. That'd been pretty cute. Thought he pointed to it. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 25. And that is game, guys. So we could keep this cooking, or we could just watch game 2. All right, guys, we decided to just go with game 1. We're going to make a separate game 2 video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys prefer to see both games in one video, let me know in the comments below, and I'll switch it up for next time. We will get round 2 posted either tonight or tomorrow as soon as I can. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and peace.